So we got our brush guard put on the other day. Looks pretty sharp. I'm really happy with it. Did a good job with it. So this one's made by Broken Anvil. Pretty good size steel on it. Perfect fit. Fits in there nice and tight. Originally just went with a kind of just cheap knockoff online. Of course, turns out it didn't fit. So they did a really good job with this. I'm pretty happy with it. It's already kept several sticks off of there. I've already got some scuff marks on it where it's doing this job. So definitely recommend that for your tractor. Save the front of your tractor from any damage. Yeah, it's done pretty good. All right, so we've ended up with a perfect day out here today. We got it's about 75 degrees, overcast. Just got a little bit of light rain, so it's keeping it nice and cool so we can get all this work done. So one thing we want to talk about today is we are moving a lot of heavy brush with a compact tractor, including logs. So one thing we want to do is we want to take it kind of slow going into these piles, especially when we start actually lifting the loader. One thing we want to look for is loader flex. So yes, these are big steel arms, but they do flex, something that we don't want. So you can mess up your hydraulic cylinders, you can break bolts. So as we're going into this stuff and we're starting to move it and pushing some of these heavier logs and stuff up into the pile, once we start seeing if we get a little bit of flex, we want to back out of it and then get back into it and kind of readjust, save damage to our loader. Got in here, we were kind of seeing that brush getting moved earlier. Coyote and 35 horsepower and 3-cylinder, it really did a fantastic job of pushing all this heavy stuff up, getting this area cleared. You can see we pushed it up into quite a good pile. So it's kind of going over the versatility of both the grapple and the front end loader with the bucket. So we did put the grapple back on there earlier, just kind of get in here and move a few things out of the way, get some brush out of the way, but pretty much just about all of this. We just use the bucket just to push it up, get it out of the way, get it piled up. All right, remember guys, if y'all are liking the videos, like and subscribe, and we'll keep the progress coming on the land and keep the videos coming. Y'all have a good one.